Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. You see that right. It is my 150th show. So, it just kind of blows my mind. Where did the time go? It's absolutely crazy. So I want to welcome you all here tonight. Welcome to all of our viewers and listeners, whether you're watching live or you watch the replay. The show is streaming live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, and X. Thank you so much for joining me. So welcome to my 150th show. So crazy. Thank you, Richard. Thank you. Please hit the like or the thumbs up button. Please continue to share and repost the show. I greatly appreciate that. And if you're here and you're kind of sitting back, just listening, I hope you'll at least say hello so that, because I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to chat with you. I think that would be awesome. I invite you to check out my website, ruthsoltman.com. That's RUTH, S as in Sam, OL, T as in Tom, M as in Mary, A, N as in Nancy.com. You can go to my website and find out about my books and my oracle cards and the services that I offer as well. There are easy links to click to make your purchase. You can do that via my website, or it will take you directly to Amazon for the books. There is a separate link that will take you outside of the website for the oracle cards. Goldylocks Productions has a group on Telegram. I hope you guys will come and join us if you haven't. The group is a lot of fun. A lot of information is shared, music, all sorts of stuff. And if you come over there, and check out that group, you're going to see a lot of familiar names there. So I hope you will do that and join us. Goldylocks Productions also has a merchandise store where you can pick up awesome things for yourself or for someone else. And with the holidays coming up, there's so many different designs. I'm sure you will find so many amazing things that you would like to get. And also, don't forget to check out the Goldylocks Energized Oracle cards. They're amazing, amazing cards. And there is a direct link where you can order those, and they will be shipped directly to you. I want to thank all of you who show your love and support by sharing my show every week. I greatly appreciate you. I want to wish a very happy birthday to Sam and Cheryl Nolte, who have birthdays this week, and also to my son Josh, who is celebrating his birthday today, and to everyone else who is celebrating a birthday this week. Birthdays are a special day, and we need to celebrate those. We need to celebrate ourselves all the time. But especially if you don't celebrate yourself any other time, do it on your birthday. Spoil yourself rotten. And let's send out some love, light, and healing to Robin McGuire, Veronica, and to all who are in need. And if you would like to give a tip or donation, you can do that via my Venmo, a Rumble rant on Rumble, or Super Chat or Super Sticker on YouTube. Your tips and donations are much appreciated. And the donations I received, I'm going to say it helps to cover the cost of my show because I didn't have to pay for my show this month. So the donations I received last month covered the cost of my show this month. And that really, really helps out a lot. So I'm very grateful. And now I want to thank all of you who joined my Thanksgiving Eve show last week. I hope everyone enjoyed their holiday with their loved ones. And last week, marked the beginning of the holiday shopping season, right? And some people go crazy. I can remember back in the day going Black Friday shopping, and um, most of the time it was my mom wanted me to go get stuff for her. And I'd stand outside the store for like a couple hours before it even opened. And then you'd get in there in the mad rush. And sometimes they didn't even have what you went there for because they had limited quantities. And it was just crazy. And it was always cold standing out there. And if you know one thing about me, I don't like to be cold. I do not like to be cold. Um, but I don't know if any of you guys still do the Black Friday shopping. This was back in, a long time ago when we would go and do that. And in the later years, my mom had me pretty much order everything online for her. It's so nice when you can do that. But when you're purchasing gifts this year, please keep in mind all of the small businesses. Um, and, there's so many out there. So many of us that watch this show have small businesses. And when you make a purchase from a small business, you make a difference. It makes a huge difference because, it might be paying for someone's dance lessons. It might be putting food on someone's table. So just keep those things in mind when you're doing your shopping this year. And speaking of small businesses, I'm thinking about starting a group on Facebook for all of us that have small businesses. So it would be a nice place to share our products and services during the holiday season only. It's not going to be an ongoing thing. It would just be till the end of the year. So if you have a small business and you would be interested in something like that, please let me know. I would be happy to get it going. The group would be public. It's not going to be a private group. So that way it opens it up for more people to see everything. And it would only be for the remainder of the year. It's not going to be, one of those groups where it's ongoing all the time. So if you're interested in something like that, please, please, please let me know. Goldylocks Productions will be on break beginning December 17th. This year, we're doing something different. Instead of coming back after the first of the year or on the first of the year, we're going to have a special New Year's Eve show. Tiffany White Sage Woman has invited all of the show hosts that are available to come on her show Sunday, December 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you are looking for a great way to spend New Year's Eve, come and spend it with us because we would love to have you. We would love to have your energy. We would love to have the interaction. Hello, Sarah. Nice to see you. And hello, Richard and Robert. So keep that in mind. I think it's going to be, I was just telling Tiffany before my show started, I'm really excited about the New Year's Eve thing. Really excited. I think it's going to be so much fun. And it's always wonderful when we all get together because, all of that energy, the energy exchange, all of it is just amazing. Oh, thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate that. Now, the 7-day Christmas Giving Challenge 2023 will begin on December 10th. It's a Sunday. And it will conclude on Saturday, December 16th. I will share the link next week for those of you that would like to join. The group is already set up on Facebook. If you want to go and search for it, you can do that. I will also share it on my Facebook page. It's the 7-day Christmas Giving Challenge 2023. So it's only 2 weeks until my annual Christmas giveaway, and I'm super excited. This year went by so fast. I'm going to be doing a huge raffle again, as well as a ton of giveaways. If you've watched my Christmas shows in the past, you know that I do give away quite a bit of stuff. Let's see what else I have here. Now, if you won a prize on my show last week, you have until next Wednesday, a week from today, to claim that prize. If it is a service, you can schedule the service up to 6 months in advance, but you must contact me to claim the prize within 2 weeks of winning. And it's going to be the same with the Christmas. Kim says, I have to work New Year's Eve. Rumor has it Rolling Stones are playing. Ah, I see. Now, if you would like a unique gift this year, I have handmade ornaments for sale. They can be personalized with person's name, and the year 2023, free of charge. So you can check some of those out on Facebook. If you want more information, just go ahead and contact me. I'm also going to be running some deals with my books and my services that will be coming next week. So a lot of times, when you get something from a small business, a lot of times they're products that are very unique and very different. And I think it's really cool when you can get something, like there's not going to be any two exactly the same, right? I remember one time when I was first married, my kids were really little. We got a Christmas ornament from, it was from my sister-in-law, and it had the year on it. It was a beautiful ornament. And every time then that we would take that ornament out and hang it on the tree, we would think of her. And I think that's such a cool thing. When you gift someone an ornament, every year they put that on the tree, they're going to be thinking of you. Maybe they don't think about you all year. I don't know. But on that day, at that moment, when they're hanging it on the tree, they're going to remember you. And I think that's really cool. Have a good night at work, Richard. Kim said, I would like to donate my winning gift to a new subscriber who hasn't had any, please. Wow, that is awesome. Well, thank you, Kim. I want to talk a little bit about Reiki. Last year I did a special. That's very kind of you, Kim, very kind and generous. I did a special with my Reiki sessions last year where you could purchase 2 sessions and you would get one free. Now you can use those for yourself because I'm going to be running that special again this year. You can use those for yourself. You get the actual certificate that says, a free Reiki session, blah, blah, blah. So you can gift those to someone, Now think about what a cool gift that would be, because it's such a unique experience. It's not something they're going to get anywhere else. And it's really awesome. So, keep that in mind. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to have a special with my readings as well, but that'll be coming next week when I get a little bit more into that. But I wanted to talk a little bit about Reiki, because Reiki, if you have never had a Reiki session, you really should try it. It is the most amazing energy healing that I have ever experienced. The first time, no, that wasn't the first time. Many, many years ago, I heard the word Reiki and I had no idea what it was. I just saw the word and I knew that I was drawn to it. Let's put it that way. I was definitely drawn to it. It resonated with me, had no clue what it was, what it meant, or anything. So I started looking into it. And a little while later, we moved. And the place we moved, it was kind of like small town areas. And there was this local woman who taught Reiki. I'm like, okay, I'm going. And it was a great experience. But to feel and experience that for yourself, because it's unique and it's different for everyone. Every Reiki session I've done for anyone has been different. Some sessions, as I'm doing it, I'll receive information. I have had loved ones that have passed on come through. I have seen like the most amazing colors and shapes and just visual things that you really can't put into words. I've experienced a lot of these things doing Reiki on someone else. It's very powerful. The energy always knows where to go in the body. It's the distance Reiki, which is what I do now. It's just as powerful, if not more. Reiki is all about intention. Years later, after I had already had Reiki, I went to massage school. And during that course, we learned about Reiki, we learned about healing touch, we learned about polarity. That one was really interesting. But Reiki is the one that has always, always stuck with me. And I would just love everybody to be able to experience it. It's not related to any religion. It is not anything negative, in case you haven't heard of it before. But it is something that is very healing, and it heals on all levels. It knows what you need, and it knows what to do. So for my 150th show tonight, I'm going to be giving away a Reiki session. And I really planned well for this because I didn't even pull up my thing on my phone here. But while we're talking about a drawing, last week, I don't know, I guess I was too busy talking that I didn't give away the third prize. So right after the show, I spun the wheel again, and it landed on Devin. And I showed it to Tiffany so she can verify. But and so I contacted Devin and told him. So I wanted you guys to know that it completely slipped my mind. And I'm glad I thought of it after the show. And I don't even know what this thing is called. See, I knew there was something I was going to do before the show, and I couldn't remember what it was. Now I know. Well, we'll start at the beginning, I guess. Okay. So anyways, Kim said, I twisted my back today moving a battery. Would love some healing energy from the collective. Thank you all very much. Yes, let's all send Kim some amazing healing energy. Yeah, that's not fun when you pull something in your back like that. Not at all. Okay, it's loading now. But I would really love for everyone to be able to experience that Reiki. It's a very powerful energy. And you can still feel the effects of the Reiki energy. For some people feel it for a couple days, some for a couple weeks, some for a couple months. And you have to make sure that you drink lots of water. Lots of water. Robert Kim. Because it helps to, because sometimes you can feel like some of the symptoms you can have as you are releasing a lot of stuff. You can feel like you have like flu-like symptoms. So when you drink a lot of water, it helps to flush everything a lot faster so that you feel better. Oh, Sarah. So I'm just putting people on the wheel here for the drawing tonight. But now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do some messages tonight, but I'm really curious to ask you guys a question. So last year at this time, I don't know if you guys did this, but pretty much during the month of December, I sat there, reflecting on my year and, what I wanted to see different in 2023. And I set some goals and things like that. And I'm going to just assume that somebody else out there did. So I want to know, how has this year panned out for you based on what you've been trying to manifest, or based on what goals you may have set for yourself, based on any healing work that you've been doing this year? I mean, do you feel like a different person than you did sitting there a year ago? I sure do. I feel a lot different. I have been, for many months, I've been purging and releasing a bunch of crap. I don't even know what it is. I'm not like conscious of it, but I've been purging it. And I felt a lot of the physical symptoms. Oh, excuse me, the dizziness, the lightheadedness, the headaches, the um, super, super, super exhausted. No matter how much I would sleep, super exhausted. Massive sweating during the summer. Massive sweating and purging and releasing. And I feel so much better. I feel much lighter. And I know that there's still more work going on and more things that are going to be happening like in the next month. And that's pretty exciting too. It's always exciting when we can see the changes as they are happening, because a lot of times we don't. A lot of times we don't notice it until, a ways down the road. And then we look back and we're like, wow, wow, I am not the same person I was, a year ago. That it's really nice when we can experience the changing as we're doing it, and that we're aware of it and mindful of it, because a lot of times it doesn't work out that way. So I think it's really cool when it does. And it has amazed me since 2020 how many people, I don't know, maybe collectively, maybe not, how many people have been leaving this planet. It almost blows my mind, because and people and animals, pets, every single day, just about, I would say a good 5 times a week, one of my social media friends or acquaintances has either had a family member transition or an animal that crossed the rainbow bridge. And it just blows my mind at the number of them. Thank you so much, Robert. Oh, Sarah said, I'm definitely not the same as a year ago. I've gained so much more strength. That's awesome. Now, when you say strength, you're not talking physical strength, are you? Now, maybe you are. Maybe you've been lifting some weights or something. I don't know. But I think that's amazing, whichever one it is. But it's so nice that you can see that in yourself, Sarah. It's so amazing. Because I bet when you were going through that and all of the experiences that were sent to you to show you your strength, you were probably not thinking, wow, I'm growing and I'm healing. No, you're probably ready to pull your hair out. But it's so awesome that you can see that now. Healing work is very challenging, very challenging. But it's possible. It's very possible. And when you do that healing work, it changes everything about you. It changes your whole outlook on everything. It changes your perspective on your life, on your family, on yourself. It changes everything. Sarah said, I mean more strength within myself and belief in myself. So amazing. That is so amazing. I'm so happy to hear that. And you should be very proud of yourself, because doing that kind of work, it's very challenging. It really is. So yay to you, Sarah. I applaud you. That is awesome. So knowing that this is my 150th show, I was thinking back to like in the beginning. I can remember when I was going to do my first show, and I thought, like, okay, I'm going to do a show, but okay, every week for 60 minutes, what on earth am I going to talk about all the time? But I feel like I never have a shortage of that. I'm always inspired, to talk about something. And that's pretty awesome. Now, the holiday season can be, for some people, a cause for high stress. So You got people that are having to mingle with other people that might not be their favorite people, people that might not have the greatest energy that's very compatible with yours. Maybe even they have some kind of like standoffish energy, but you have to commingle with them because of holiday events. Sometimes there's a lot of holiday parties going on. There's some people feel stress from doing shopping. Some people don't like to have to shop. Some people love it. Some people stress out about the financial aspect of gift giving. But all gifts don't have to be financially motivated, right? You can give someone a gift of your time. You can give them an experience. Plan a weekend fishing trip. Not somewhere where you like even have to spend the night, but if you have a tent and you like to camp, you can make it a camping weekend. For that one person who might really love that. There's lots of different things you can do. You can gift someone a photo of you and them, and maybe one of the happiest memories you have together. That would just be something like a few dollars. But we can get really creative. Really creative. One time when my kids were little and trying to, I figure out what to get my mom and dad, because it was just always hard to buy for my parents. They always loved everything, but never really knew what to get them. So we got them some stuff, and then I wanted to give them something kind of special. So I went through all of my old pictures, and I'd snip and cut, like cut the person's head out or cut the person's figure out. And I made this whole big collage of our entire family and like tons of different pictures. And I put it in an old frame that I had gotten on clearance, probably at Michael's or something years before. And I framed it and I gave it to him for Christmas. And oh my gosh, you would have thought they opened that up and there was a block of gold in there, a gold bar. I mean, that meant so much to them. They looked at all of the pictures and they thought it was so cool how they were put together. And it was kind of interesting, like the way I was able to put them together. So there was no like space in between or anything. And there was probably, I don't know, 50 or 60 different pictures in there. And they just enjoyed looking at it and the memories that it brought them. So I've always been really huge on photos, really huge. The year, I think, before my mom passed, I got this really awesome picture frame and I put a picture of her dog, Molly, in there. And I think she cried when she opened it. This dog was like such a close companion for her because she found Molly just August, September, October, November, probably 4 or 5 months after she lost my dad. So she was feeling really lonely and, having a puppy around, she had to get up every day. She had to do this, she had to do that. So it kept her going. It kept her from wallowing, I guess you could say, in grief. It gave her a purpose again. So animals are amazing companions. So when I gave her that photo, she was just like, it just blew her away. And I still have that photo in a frame. And I've shared with you all the picture of my dog, Maggie, that Elizabeth Urchel painted for me. It absolutely blows me away every time I see it. Every time my grandkids come over and see it, oh, I just love that picture. It looks just like her. Like, this woman does the most amazing art. Absolutely amazing. Hello, Devin. Nice to see you here. So, get creative. There's the old joke about the kid who gives their dad a tie every year. Well, he's going to have a lot of ties, but I think nowadays more and more people are wanting something different, not the same old all the time, Let's do something different. Starting new traditions is wonderful, wonderful. Um, like all my kids are grown, and now I know that when my grandchildren grow up and they start having their own families, I'm sure some traditions are going to change as well. We do a gift exchange between like all of my kids and their significant others. They each pick a name and they buy for that person. And it's nice because there's like 8 of them. So instead of buying a gift for each of the 7 other people, they pick names. And, that's really fun. This year, they did it with the grandkids. So the grandkids are really excited about, whose name they got and, oh, what am I going to get them? And it's really cute. So they're carrying on that tradition another generation. Me and my brother and my sister didn't do that because there were just the 3 of us. So, it wasn't that. I don't know if we just didn't think of it, but it is a pretty nice idea, and it's always fun to see whose name you get, and it makes it really special. And so, however you spend your holiday, just spend it in love, because that's the most important thing. And if this holiday season, the shopping season, the frenzy that there is, if it causes you stress, you need to show yourself a ton more self-care and self-love. The self-care is really important because during the holiday season, we can get ourselves very run down because we're putting out so much energy all the time to do stuff. The shopping is exhausting. Okay. Then you have to wrap the presents. That's pretty exhausting too. And then any events you might have to go to, or this is going on. People have their work Christmas parties, a lot of different things. And that's all thrown in with the regular birthdays that we would have or anniversaries. So make sure you're taking really good care of yourself. You don't want this to be the time that you let your immune system deflate a little bit. You want to keep it strong, keep it healthy, so that you stay strong and you stay healthy. And whatever you do, make sure you're getting enough sleep. No matter how much sleep your body tells you you need, it knows. Just listen to it. It's important to listen to it. I've been listening to mine, telling me how tired I am, and showing me. It's been very strange because like my whole physical body, time, sleep routine has completely flipped. I used to get out of bed in the morning, just roll out of bed and just get going. Now I roll out of bed a lot of times later than I plan, and it's like, I'm just dragging my butt. And then about 7, 8 o'clock in the evening, that's when I start having all of my energy. It's the opposite of how it used to be for me. And I don't know why it's like that right now. I don't know why it's changed, but I like being that person who wakes up in the morning and is all chipper and ready to go. I like that. So I really hope that comes back. But you can't like force stuff like that. You can't fake stuff like that. You just have to do what your body is telling you to do. And mine has been telling me to rest a lot lately. And, we have that argument a lot of times with our mind. Well, I have so much stuff I need to do. Because, yes, I do have a list. I make a list for everything because otherwise I forget stuff. And sometimes when I make a list, I still forget because I forget to look at the list, okay? I really do. But I still do it, and it's still there. And this is one thing that I've been struggling with for probably the last 2 or 3 months, is that I have a lot of things on my list that, my mind says, I got to get this done. But my body is like, oh, Whoa. You are not doing nothing right now. You go lay your butt down and rest, or go take a nap, or go take a hot bath and relax. So I've been listening to that. And I have been letting it cause me a little bit of stress, because there are certain things, you know how it is when you have things you want to get done at a certain time. And if you don't, it's not that I feel like I'm a failure, or I feel like, anything like that, or I'm disappointed in myself, because it's not like that at all. It's just when I know I have things that need to be done, I like to get them done, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Um, and I think that the fact that this year went by so incredibly fast is one thing that has hindered that, because it has gone by super fast. I mean, I get up in the morning and I'll look at the clock and it's like, oh, time to take Laren to the bus. We come home from the bus and I swear it's like, oh, it's lunchtime. Oh, it's time to go to the bus. I mean, the day flies by, absolutely flies by. And I often wonder, where did this day go? Have I been in some kind of like a alternate universe, or some kind of a time loop or something? Because it's insane how quickly the time goes by. And I have been, and maybe you guys have been experiencing some of this crazy stuff too, but I have been experiencing some weird stuff, as far as sitting outside one day. Well, it was in the evening and it was dark. And the way our vehicle was parked in the driveway, you couldn't see completely beyond it. But there were some, over to the right, there were some teenagers. It looked like teenagers or young adults. There was about 3 of them standing there. And they were talking and laughing and carrying on. I did not see where they came from, but they were there when I looked up. And they were just laughing and talking and stuff. And all of a sudden, they were just gone. They were not anywhere. I looked up the street to the left, to the right. I looked up the street to the left. There was no one's house right by there that they would have gone into, because I know who the neighbors are. And they were just gone. And it kind of like, whoo. I've had this happen a few times with animals, where I would see an animal and then I'd look back and it's just like it poof into thin air. Are you guys having any experiences like that? It's almost like, from other things I've seen, it's like there's a glitch in the matrix. That's some of the videos I've seen. But the one with the 3 people was the one that really kind of blew me away and really got my attention. Kim said, oh my God, me too. Up at night and sleep in the day. Well, see, you're fortunate that you can sleep in the day. But yeah, isn't that crazy? Why have things flip-flopped like that? Devin says, I've learned that if you don't get everything done, it's not the end of the world. Amen. That is so true. And it's not. But a lot of times we tell us that ourselves, yeah, it's going to be, because we got to get this stuff done. Okay. If anybody out there would like a message, please let me know. I'm going to go through my list here and start writing down some names. Okay, I got you guys. I think. And that's very true. But that was something that took me a long time in my life to learn. I learned it a long time ago, but it was a lesson that was difficult for me. It was very difficult for me, because I would go to bed and I would just lay there and think, I should have finished that. I should have finished that. I got to work on that as soon as I get up in the morning. And it would cause me a lot of stress. I have a completely different feel about that now. Well, yes, I would love to get everything off of my to-do list done. That would be fantastic. But you know what? What's it going to hurt if I don't? It's not going to hurt anything. Not anything. So be patient with yourselves. Be kinder to yourselves. We will get through the rest of this year together. And I will tell you, I have had nothing but good vibes and good feelings about 2024. And it's an even numbered year. I like odd numbers better. So for me to tell you that I'm getting that feeling about an even number year, I think it's going to be a really great year. And that's very exciting. Very exciting. Okay. Oh, so I'm going to tell you a couple of the things that I will either be putting into the raffle or giving away. Some of the things that I know for sure is I have 2 or 3 decks of cards. I forget how many I have. I have to look. That are going to be in the either or raffle or giveaway. I'm not sure. But in the next week, I will have all of the prizes together to show you guys. I'm not going to show you all the giveaway stuff, but I will show you all the raffle stuff, I think. I think that's how I might do it. Sarah said, I'm excited for 2024. 24 is my favorite number. Oh, nice. It seems to me, I could be mistaken, but that might have been one of my kids' numbers, sports numbers in school. I'm probably way off. I know it was 20 something. But that was a lot of years ago. Can't be expected to remember everything. Right? Right. Let's see. What cards are calling my name? Oh. Ooh. Okay, I see. All right, here we go. Well, those were in the wrong box. All right. Yes, I think for sure it's going to be an exciting year. But you know what? It's only going to be the year that we make it, right? Because we can say, it's going to be a great year and just sit back and just wait for everything to happen. They can say we're going to meet that special someone, sit back and wait for them to knock on our door. We have to put out those thoughts. We have to put out that energy. We have to draw what we want to ourselves. But we know how to do that. We know how to do that. And we know how to get rid of all of the gunk that doesn't belong to us. We know how to let things go and to move on. We know how to heal from our past issues. We might not have known how to do any of that 5 years ago, right? But life is a process. Our journey is a process, and it's a wonderful, beautiful path. And it's a spiral. It is not a straight line. And we come back around to the same lessons, the same situations over and over until we learn the lesson. And each time that we experience the same thing, we learn and heal on a deeper level. Just like, okay, the book Conversations with God, the one that like set my whole experience in motion. When I read that book back then, that was one experience I had of it. If I pick that book up now and read it, it's going to have a much deeper meaning. It's going to have a much more probably profound meaning because of where I'm at in my life and in myself and in my healing process. We can go back and watch. This is one reason why I like to rewatch movies that I love, like the Celestine Prophecy is one of my favorites. And there's this other one that I absolutely love called, goodness, what is it called? I can't remember now. See, I haven't watched it in a while. But every time I would go back and watch these movies, I'd pick up something else that was on probably like a deeper spiritual level than where I was when I watched it the first time or the time before. Each time, the movies will have more deeper meaning for me. So I really love to do that, to go back and watch them. Or it could be a book. Books are the same way. Special places that are healing for you or have superb energy. the more that you're changing and healing and becoming more your authentic self, the deeper experience that you're going to have. Even if you've seen these things 100 times, you do that healing and you get to that place within you where you are just completely authentic. There's nobody's anything is there. It's all just you. That's when, then you're going to experience everything on a deeper level and on a different level. Okay, Robert. Oh, I love it. Love yourself, Robert. Love yourself. You do. You love yourself, but love yourself on a deeper level. Don't just don't just love yourself. Feel the love that you have for yourself. Really feel it. Don't just say, "Oh, I love you." When you look in the mirror, "Oh, I love you. I love you." "Oh, yeah, I like this about me," or "That's pretty cool." No, you have to feel it on a very deep, personal, spiritual, emotional, and mental um, level. Kim, you should be able to just go to YouTube and type in, you could even do the Transformational Soul 2022 and it should bring up all the shows. Or if Tiffany has an easier way, or if you know what month, you could do the Transformational Soul, like January 2022, and it would pull it up. And I know this because I've gone and searched for specific shows before. So I hope that resonates with you, Robert. Just show yourself some more love. Connect more with the inner Robert. All right. Sarah. Oops. Sarah. Let's see what we have for Sarah. Oh, I love this card. Make a wish. Now, I love this because when I hear that expression, make a wish, it's very childlike to me. That's the feeling I get as I see a little kid, wishing on a star, or with the dandelion thing, where you make a wish and then and it goes everywhere and you're sending out those wonderful wishes and thoughts. Making a wish and focusing on it and wanting it to come true and putting all your energy into it. What is that? It's manifesting. That's what adults call it. Manifesting. So put out that energy, Sarah, of exactly what you want. Be crystal clear, be very firm. Give it tons and tons of your focus and watch it come to you, basically. And I feel like this is a really great time for you to put those thoughts out there. It's a good time energetically. It's a good time in your healing process and where you're at. Make a wish, Sarah, because it's just waiting to come true for you. Hope that resonates with you, Sarah. Okay, Kim. Let's get Kim a card. Kim. You are not alone, Kim. You are not alone. And I don't think that you think that you are, but they're just reminding you. You have a whole team behind you. And, it's just made me think of this. Years ago, I did this meditation. And in this meditation, I saw fields. And I believe, it was a guided meditation. I think this is when I first started meditating a long time ago. And I did the guided meditations because it helped me focus when I was learning how to meditate. And there was this whole field, like a meadow. I guess they called it a meadow, but in my mind I saw a field of all these flowers and plants and stuff, and probably some trees in there. And I think this meditation might have been to meet your guardian angel. So that tells you how long ago this was. Or maybe angels and guides, I don't know. So all of a sudden I'm walking on this little path and there's this big field. And all of a sudden, one by one, they looked like light beings, just like lights. One stood up, another one, another one, another one. There must have been like thousands of them. And they said, "We are your spiritual team." And it was just like so intense and so beautiful. But that's when I knew, okay, I was taught growing up, I have a guardian angel. That's the only thing I really was aware of. As I got older, I knew there were angels around me. But when I had that meditation, and they're like, you have this whole team of people, it just blew me away. And when you realize that, you can never feel alone. There's no way you could feel alone with an army like that. So you have angels, you have guides, you have ancestors, and they're all there rooting you on. Every time you do something or accomplish something, they're there, bravo, bravo, and they're so proud, and they're just cheering you on. They're like your own cheer team. But just remember, not only are they there for that, but they are there to help support you. You can turn to them when you need something. Talk to them. You will feel their love. You will feel of their comfort, without a doubt. Oh, Sarah said, "Oh, I love that." Yes, it sure does. Thank you, Bunches. You're welcome. Oh, look at that. Thank you, guys. Everyone who's been sending that energy to Kim. She said her back is feeling much better. She said, thank you very much. So we'll continue to do that, Kim. Okay, Devin. Let's see what we have for Devin. Whoops. This card flew out, Devin. Divine timing. Divine timing. Everything that happens in divine timing. We cannot make it happen any sooner. We cannot make it happen any later. It all happens exactly when it's supposed to. Just like we are exactly where we need to be. If we weren't, we would be somewhere else, because that's where we would need to be. Somebody asked me that one time. How do you know that you're exactly where you need to be? Because this is where I am and I'm not somewhere else. That's how I know. I know that I'm exactly where I need to be. Everything happens for a reason. And, I can remember saying that back when I was like a kid, probably, under 10 or 12 years old. I can remember saying that. Everything happens for a reason. And I've always believed that my whole entire life. We don't always know what that reason is. Sometimes we find out, sometimes we don't. Maybe we're not supposed to. Okay. But just remember, everything happens in divine timing. Richard. Health, Richard. They're focusing on health. And health isn't just about our physical body, right? It's our spiritual body, our mental and emotional health as well. So when you think of health or incorporating new healthier things into your life, look at the effect it's going to have on all the different layers of who you are. Your physical aspect, your mental aspect, your emotional aspect. One of the best examples I love is what we take in, what we watch, whether we're watching news, whether we're reading the news, whether we're listening to music that has a high vibration or a low vibration, whether we're watching violent movies or we're watching lighthearted love stories, whatever it may be, all of those things that we take in, all of that affects all the different layers of who we are. And so it's very important to be mindful of what you're ingesting, right? What you're ingesting. And that's a really, really good message for all of us. See if I missed anybody here. I don't think I did. But I am going to give away a Reiki session for all of you for joining me tonight on my 150th show. So I have Sarah, I have Kim, I have Robert, I have Richard, and oops, spelled his name wrong. Done. So did I forget anyone? Sarah, Richard, Kim, and Robert. Oh, Devin. Okay, I think that's it that have commented. Okay. All right, so I've mentioned the names a few times, so if you're out there and I didn't call your name, you better tell me before I spin this wheel or you're out of luck. Okay, Devin, Richard, Sarah, Kim, Robert. I'm going to spin the wheel and let's see what happens. Oh, we're going to watch an ad first. Don't you love when that happens? I think I'm so excited, I'll tell you, about some of the prizes for the raffle. Because I'm thinking of, instead of having like one grand prize, I might do it 2 or 3 different winners. Because then more people have a chance to win. Because it's fun. Okay. As soon as the ad stopped playing, I can, oh, okay. 2, 1, here we go. All right, now we're back to, I don't know what's going on here. 1, 2, okay. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. Let's see if I remember how to spin it. There we go. All right. Well, look at that. Kim Smith. Kim got the Reiki session. Wow. That is awesome and exciting. Well, congratulations, Kim. So I only have, which this blows my mind when I think about it, 2 more shows before Christmas, before our Christmas break. 2 more shows. The 6th and the 13th. It's just crazy. Crazy. Just amazing how quickly this year has gone by. Maybe next year will go by a little bit slower so we can kind of savor it and enjoy it a little bit more. I want to thank all of you so much for joining me tonight for my 150th show. Very, very exciting. I'm just so grateful to be here with you guys every single week. I love each and every one of you. I feel your love. I feel your energy. And I thank you for that as well. You guys all have a really great week, and I will see you next week. Good night, everyone. I love you.